In our series of videos on data privacy, let's today talk about a breach that happened in UK with a hotel while they were merging and acquiring a new business. Where did they go wrong and how did their business get impacted? Welcome to my YouTube channel where you've been finding new content on data privacy on a daily basis. Today we are going to talk about a breach in a hotel, and we call it hospitality, right? So what was it? It was a breach of personal information. How did it happen? Well, the hotel was happy acquiring a new business. They hadn't done a lot of due diligence at that point in time. They just acquired it. They did not realize that there is a cyber attack which is attacking the IT vulnerabilities of the business that they are acquiring, and there was some unauthorized access provided to those systems which continued for an extended period. It's very important. Unauthorized access continuing for extended periods. So which not in itself indicates there was no monitoring at all. No one was looking at what is happening around. How many users were impacted? 500 million guests information compromised. Their names, their addresses, their passport information, their credit card details. Despite a bit of them being encrypted, but if someone has an unauthorized access into my system, then my encryption tools and all would still work for him, right? He can still look at the data that is there on my systems, and that's what went wrong. And it led to a breach of information from the systems. What's the DPO's responsibility? He's not there just for compliance and regulators, right? That you can say the end target of his working, but there are a lot of activities that he's supposed to perform even at the times of mergers and acquisitions. He has to work with security teams, do regular review of the security measures of the organization, due diligence during acquisition. Very, very important. What are the risks that we are carrying? What are the gaps in the IT that we are acquiring? Is the risk management done properly? Incident management plan there? Any third-party audits of not only the processes but real-time audits. This breach extended for around 3 years period, right? It was not something that happened in one single instance. Someone came and picked up the data and went off. It existed for 3 years, and that is something which is very, very important for a DPO and actually a CISO also to understand. So staff training and third-party assessments are also something which is very important and should have been done, right? So was the breach reported? Yes, it was reported on time. GDPR 72-hour dead timeline. How do you say it was on time? Well, when it got detected as a breach. If it was running for the last few years, then start time or end time, it's logically the end time when you realize that there's a breach, then only you report within 72 hours. And good, they reported it to the customers as well. The impact to the organization was something like 18.4 million pounds. Huge fine. Loss of reputation, loss of trust. When you go and spend time in hotels, then there's a lot of other personal things that come across, right? You might think, has CCTV taken any footage and that got breached? Are my images getting misused? So the customer would have a lot of doubts, especially in an industry of this kind, as to is it only my name, address and phone number and my passport detail, or is there anything beyond this that has already gone? And for those who lost their credit card information, well, it's a sensitive data breach, right? Loss of reputation for the DPO as well. So what are the key lessons that we learn from this kind of a breach? Again, in the earlier case study also it was the same. Similar here, you have to work with your IT. It's the IT and the security which is very important, that actually safeguard the life of the DPO as well. Access controls, encryption of the information. In this case, encryption didn't also help much because someone has a wrong access control. Regular security audits, third-party audits on security. A lot of due diligence requires to be done when you acquire new business. It is not only a commercial, beyond just commercial due diligence, which perhaps they missed in this case. And as I always say, you need to build a proactive security culture in your organization, especially when you are handling sensitive personal information, so that there is no breach or minimize the impact of breach. That's what I had on this case study of the hospitality sector. In times to come, we'll keep discussing case studies of these kind in between to give more idea. But in the 2 case studies that I've done till now, I think there's a huge role of IT and security, and a DPO should have both the knowledge and should have a proper confirmation from third parties that their IT systems are working fine, maybe even doing mock drills. I hope you like the content of my video. Please press the like and bell icon. Share my videos with your friends, my channel link as well, playlist link maybe, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done as of now. Share your feedback in the comment section, that can help me improvise on my content. Thank you.